In this tutorial, we're going to check out the FS Poster Social Media Auto Poster plugin, which allows you to schedule and auto post your new and old posts to 9 different social media networks and unlimited accounts within those networks. And you can even set criteria for specific categories to be shared to specific accounts. You don't have to share to all your accounts all the time. You can just choose subsets. And my name is Bjorn Allpass from WP Learning Lab. Make sure you click subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And we're getting started right now. The social posting plugin we're going to look at today is called FS Poster, and it auto posts and schedules all of your posts according to your settings. And this is their page on codecanyon.net. The plugin is $45. It's actually quite reasonable for the amount of stuff that it does, and it keeps posting to your social networks over and over. So if you have any kind of sales that you do on your site and they come from social networks, or you want to have sales from social networks, this is a great place to start. It has 5 out of 5 stars for reviews, 650 sales, so it's a pretty solid plugin. Now we're going to hop into the WordPress dashboard to see how it works. So I'm on this site right here. I have a few posts on here that we're going to practice with. And first thing we have to do is install the plugin. So after you purchase it, you'll get a link in an email to install the plugin, or you download it right from Code Canyon. Then you go to Plugins and then Add New. Then click on Upload Plugin. Then you click either Choose File, which allows you to find it on your computer. I'm just going to drag and drop the file right here. Then click on Install Now, and then click on Activate Plugin. Then we have a new option on the left here called Social Poster. Click on that link, and you paste in your purchase key right here. This will be in an email, and you can also probably get it from the Code Canyon website. Just paste that in here, click on Activate, and now the plugin is active. We're going to run through everything this plugin can do, but we're going to start with adding the social media accounts because that's the core of the plugin. If you don't have social media accounts in here, you cannot post to social media. So this plugin allows you to connect to 9 different social media platforms. And within those, you can have as many accounts and pages and groups and communities and whatever they call their little areas. You can have as many of those as you want to post to. So you can literally have one website posting to 1,000 social media accounts within these 9 networks. I don't have that many social media accounts, and I don't think you do either, but I'm just saying the potential is there. So for my example, I'm going to add Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So let's start with Instagram. Just click on Add Account. I'm going to use the cookie method, and then click on Next Step. We have to get a session ID for the cookie method. To do that, we go to Instagram.com, and we log into our Instagram account, and we go to our profile page, and we right-click, click on Inspect. This is in Google Chrome. Firefox has a similar functionality. Inside of here, we go to Application, and then under Cookies, we have an Instagram cookie, and we want to open that cookie, and right here is the Session ID field. We want to copy that. Then we come back to our website, paste in the Session ID, click on Add Account. Now we have our Instagram account. Pretty straightforward. If that was not straightforward enough, you could actually just log into the site instead of using the cookie method. So if we go to Facebook and click on Add Account, you can just add in your login and password, which I'm going to do in this case just to show you a different way of doing it. Click on Next Step. Then you just enter your email address and password. I'm going to collect mine from LastPass and put them in here. I'm just going to type in or click on my email address for Facebook, paste in my password, click on Get Access Token. In this pop-up window, we have to copy everything in here, select it all, copy it, and paste it in here. Then click Next Step. Now it lists all the accounts that are accessible through this Facebook account, and here they all are. Just click on Finish, and then later on when we're actually posting, we choose which accounts to post to within that account. And we have 45 groups, 27 pages, and these are all linked to my one Facebook login. Like I said before, you can post to unlimited places. You just have to make sure you're allowed to be posting there. So for example, one of these groups is the WP Learning Lab group. I can post to that one. I wouldn't just post social media shares to all the other groups in my case, but maybe you are a part of a bunch of groups where you've created your reputation and it's okay for you to share your blog posts. And in that case, you can share to as many groups as you want. So my point is, you can share to a whole lot of places with this plugin. So that's how we use the login method. I'm also going to add Twitter. Click on Add Account. Here we can choose to use the FS Poster standard app, which is fine. At some point, this app might be overused, and then you go and create your own app. Twitter, Facebook, all these big social media platforms allow you to create your own app for access to the system. So FS Poster has conveniently made this app for us that we can use, but if that becomes a problem, we have to create our own, and we can add those in the Apps section right up here. I'm going to click on Get Access, just using their FS Poster app. We need to log into our Twitter account. an authorized app. And now we have that online. That's how easy it is to add a social media accounts. Now, the very first thing you want to do after you add these is head over to settings and browse to the general settings, of course. The most important one is auto publish new posts. You probably want to have this on because you want to share your post to social media. That's why you're doing this. And you want to maybe change the time for publications. This is the time between the publishing of your post and when it goes to social media. So if you find that you're the type of person who publishes a post, then you think of something you want to add, or you find something you need to fix, you can have a time gap here, say 15 minutes or in half an hour or an hour or whatever time you need to wait for the plugin to post to social media. So if you publish at noon, your post publishes at noon, then if you have 60-minute delay, at 1, you're going to send out to all the social media accounts. So this is a fairly convenient and important setting. So make sure you check that out. So for the Facebook settings and all the settings for all the different social networks, you're able to define what the default post looks like. By default, it's just title, and that's not very much. It also pulls in the image. I'm going to use the featured image only down here, and I'm also going to pull in the first 40 characters of the content. And I'm going to paste that right below. So now we're going to have title, 40 characters of content, and our featured image. Then click Save Changes. I'm going to change this for Instagram, and you can change this for each social network individually. As you can see, you go through each one. You can also change it on a per post basis, which I'll show you in just a few minutes. For Twitter, I'm going to just add the 40 again. For Instagram, I added the full content, but that's no problem. My content is pretty short for this example. Featured image only, save changes. Now we're ready to post to those 3 networks. So I'm going to head over to posts and see what we have on this website. We have the famous guitar monkey. We're going to post that one right now. So this is how you'd post. Say you bought FS Poster today, but you have a bunch of content on your site that you want to share. This is how we'd go about doing that. New content is going to be auto-shared because we set that up. I'm going to show you that in a little bit too. But if we have older content, we have a bunch of options for getting that to social media networks. So the famous guitar monkey, click on edit. We're going to post this to our social networks. We have a title. We have a small bit of text. Looks good. We have a featured image on the right here. And at the very bottom, we have FS Poster. Now we can either share, which shares it right now, and we can also schedule. So if we schedule the share, we define the date and time for it to be shared. We can add custom messages. So like I said, for each account, you can customize what this message looks like, and that is just for this one publishing event right here. And so you could customize every single one if you wanted to. I prefer to use templates because time is precious. Templates are very handy. Anyway, this is where you customize the message that goes out to the social networks. And then under accounts, you pick the actual accounts that you want to send to. So we have a Facebook account on the site. So in order to send here, we click on Add Account. I'm going to search for WP Learning Lab, which is my Facebook page. Click on that. And now we have that added to this list that's going to be sent to. And then you could go ahead, once you have all that set up and have all your accounts in here, click on schedule, and it will be published on that schedule. We are not going to schedule in this case. We're actually going to share immediately. So I'm going to click on the blue share button, and I'm going to add my accounts again. I'm going to look up the Facebook account, add that. I'm going to add another account, the Instagram right here, and the Twitter right here. So now we have our 3 that we added earlier. And just to show you, I don't have this post there already. Let's go to Facebook and Twitter. And here's Instagram. There's no monkey here, just some nice soap bubbles being blown. On Facebook, still loading. On Twitter, we have most recently May 8th, which is yesterday. Yesterday is this one. So we have no monkeys here. And Facebook, let's scroll down to where the post will actually appear. We have no monkey here. So it's looking pretty good. Now, let's share this. I'm not going to choose share on background. That will just have it run in the background. And that's fine. You can set up a bunch of these and go through each one and share them in the background and not be worried about it, and not have to watch it progress. We're going to watch it progress though, in this case, so you can see how it works. Click on share, and this is what share on foreground is. So it's going to go through each one and share it. And we're going to sit here and watch it happen. If you do it on background, this will just be done in the background, and you can do other stuff while it's doing that. So now they are all there. Let's go to Instagram and refresh. There's our monkey. And then on Facebook, let's refresh this. Facebook takes longer than Twitter, so let's refresh Twitter while we're waiting. Here's our monkey, famous guitar monkey, and he plays guitar. Go back to Facebook, still loading. And there's our monkey and our post. And that was quick and easy to publish, as we just saw. I'm gonna delete this from the page because we don't need to have these monkeys on here. I'm going to close these accounts for now. I don't think I need them again. And now that we've shared this post, it actually shows down here where we've shared it. And you can actually share it again. So you could come back a week later and share it again, or schedule it again, however you want to do that. If we go back to all posts, we could actually, from the bulk actions, choose to schedule in bulk. So if we wanted to, let's not do that one, but these ones that are actual posts with images, we could FS poster schedule, apply, and then we can schedule these to go out in the future. It's not going to send them all instantly. In this case, I have 4, so I could choose a random order, the oldest first or the newest first. I can choose how many per day I want to send or per hour, and when we start posting. And here it shows conveniently the current server time. So whatever time you set here is going to be relative to the server time, not relative to whatever time it is where you are right now, if that's different from the server time. And then we have our custom messages, just like we saw earlier. And we choose our accounts, just like we saw earlier. Then you can schedule your posts in bulk. There's actually another way to schedule your old posts. So that is if you go to FS Poster on the left here, and then go to Schedule, you can create a new schedule. Now you can schedule existing posts on your site to be shared based on these settings that you set here. So we give this custom schedule a title. This is not to be sent out anywhere. This is for your own reference, and you can call this whatever you want. So you could say, old post schedule 1, or maybe let's do this, old soccer post schedule 1. You define a start date, let's make it today, and an end date, let's make it the end of the month, and we choose an interval just like before. How many per hour or per day? I'm just going to say 1 per day, and it's going to be at 1 p.m. That's fine. And now if we have multiple post types, which we don't on this site, but if we did have multiple post types, we could choose which post type to share in this drop down here. We can also filter by category. So if I had a soccer category, which I don't, but if I did, this is old soccer posts, I could publish just from the soccer category. Then we can publish randomly with no duplicates, random with duplicates, old posts first, new posts first. It's up to you how you do that. And from this drop down, we choose how far we go back. We can either have all posts on the site, ones we added this week, previous week, this month, previous month, or the entire year. And you choose those settings. And based on what you set here, you're not going to send out that block of old posts. So you could send out, say for example, your soccer post, say you had a soccer Facebook page. You can define the soccer post schedule. Under accounts, you choose just the Facebook page or just the pages that are relevant to that and send to those, or the groups that are relevant to that. And then you could have another one, old basketball posts, for example. And then you can schedule other groups that are relevant to basketball. So you can have a very complicated sharing schedule done quite easily and then on autopilot when it's all done, which is awesome. Then you can save that schedule, and then it shows the posts here that are going to be scheduled in the future. And you can also go to list view if you like that view better, and it will show your posts that are coming up listed right down here. Go back to calendar by clicking on that button, and then you have scheduled sharing. Now, if you combine the scheduling ability with what are called auto posters, here's one of them on Code Canyon. This is not the same company that makes this. And what this does is it pulls in content from wherever you want on the internet and then publishes it to your website. And then you can have auto posting scheduled with this schedule. So you can create a content machine essentially, but you also want to make sure you're not just stealing content from people's websites. There are, for example, video sites like YouTube that want their videos to be embedded in other pages and shared. That's the whole point of having the embed feature on YouTube. And a bunch of these websites want their content to be shared. I don't recommend you republish blog posts and things like that, but the content that is reshareable, SoundCloud audio files, eBay listings, YouTube, ClickBank offers, those things are supposed to be reshared. That's the whole idea of those. And so posting that to your site and then scheduling that to go out is a really convenient way and an easy way to create content and get it out there. And then we have the Insights tab, which is quite powerful. It shows you how many shares you've had this month, how many views, which is people who click through to your website, how many total accounts you've shared to, and shows them all graphically. There's not much data here yet because it's just a demo, but once this data is populated, it's very useful in helping you identify which posts resonate best, and you can continue making posts like that. And really quickly, I want to show you the functionality of creating a new post and auto-posting it. So if we go to posts and then add new, I have a nice image of a busy bridge. I'm going to call this busy bridge. That is a busy bridge. I'm going to add a featured image. Just going to upload it like so. There's our busy bridge, select that. And now we have our post done for this example. And here's the FS poster widget again down here. When the share option here is on, that's the auto share. All we have to do is select our accounts like we've done before. It's the same process as before, add our accounts in here, whatever they may be. And then when you publish the post, it's going to be shared to those accounts. And if you have a delay set for your post, then there'll be that delay that you have set. I'm not going to post this out right now. It works the exact same way as before. They just are posted out to your social media accounts. And that's how you do the auto posting when you create a new post. Let's head back into the settings. Actually, first go into apps. These are the apps I was referring to earlier. When the FS Poster apps that they've pre-made for us to use, like the Twitter one, it had the FS Poster standard app for us to use. When that is overused, or if we don't want to post through that app, we can create our own on Twitter and then click on Add App, and we fill in the information here and add the app. You can do that for all the social networks. Just click on them and then add your own app. We also have the ability to share right from this plugin dashboard. If you click on Share, you can choose an image, a link, and a post, and then share to where you want to share it. This is not a post on your site. This is just something you want to share randomly. Say you want to just give an update to one of your social networks. You can do it right here, quickly and easily, and then see data on that in the Insights tab. So that's pretty useful. Under Posts, we have a list of our shares, and here's some data on the right, how many hits, how many likes, comments, and shares those posts have received. Clearly, this was posted very recently, and I took them off the 2 accounts that are frequented because there's demo posts. But once this data is in here, you can see which posts resonate. So this combined with the insights is very useful. And when you have way too many posts in here, you can easily clear the log by clicking on this button right here. And the community tabs over here allows you to see the communities that are on your site. And if you click on this little checkbox here to activate them, then these will be auto-activated. We've been adding the social networks manually whenever we're posting. Here's how you can have them added automatically. So if you always post to your Facebook page, you can just click on this checkbox, check mark, activate it. If you publish to other places sometimes, you can activate with condition. And this condition can be part of a category. So it has to be in the music category, and then this post or this social network will be activated for posting. Or do not share to the music category. So whenever you're creating a post and it's not in the music category, then share it with the social network. So you have a condition, and then you can deactivate. And that makes it really easy for you to organize and set up even more automation, make it even easier. Instead of selecting your accounts every time, you can pick which ones are your standard accounts through here. Now, one last thing is the settings. We saw some of these earlier. We saw some of the social networks. They're all pretty much the same. You just customize the message that goes out to the network. And we saw the auto publish. And here we have our cron job option. Cron job relies on people visiting your website. So if you don't have a lot of traffic, your schedules might miss your posting schedules, because the cron job on WordPress doesn't run until someone actually visits the site. If nobody visits the site, the cron job doesn't run, and your scheduled posts are not published. So if you find that you are missing schedules, missing posts because you don't have enough traffic on your site, you can use this in your server. Your hosting account can help you set that up, and that allows you to detach yourself from the need for more traffic to hit your posting schedules. It'll be done by your server. Here's the option to share in the background. If you turn this off, then it will never be shared in the background. If you turn it on, it can be shared in the background, and then you can have the delay for your posting over here. You can tick this option, turn this off if you don't want the social poster column. If we go to posts and all posts, I'll show you what is meant by that. So here's our social poster or FS poster column. If you have a lot of stuff here, like SEO Yoast adds 3 or 4 columns here if you want it to, you can turn this off by going to other screen options and check this box and then it's gone. Or you can turn it off right here in the settings by turning this off. And you can give each post a unique link, which means that at the end of the link that's in the post, there's going to be some random characters and it looks like a new post to social networks. And then it's not flagged as duplicate and therefore removed. So if you find you're sharing a lot to Facebook, but they're deleting the ones that are the same post or the same link to the same page, then you can use this option to create a new link or a unique link for every post. If you turn on the URL shortener, you have to add a third-party URL shortener that you want to use. Here you pick which post types to share. If you have custom post types, you can add them in here. You can remove the ones you don't want to share. It's up to you. If you have just a blog, you're probably sharing just the posts, but you can add whatever you want in here. You have the ability to hide FS Poster for specific user groups. So if, say, you don't want the editor on your site to have access to it, or you only want the admin, you can hide it for all other user groups on your site, which is those ones right now currently. And then they won't be able to use or see Social Poster, FS Social Poster, and just the admin can in that case. And here, this is the log that we saw just a minute ago. And you can keep that off or on, it's up to you. But if you do turn it off, the Insights tab does not work. So keep that in mind. And that's all the settings, and that's pretty much in a nutshell what this plugin does. And again, it's on Code Canyon. It's the FS Poster. It has a lot more features here that you can check out and read through. It's a lot more fun for you to read through them than for me to, I find. It can be quite exciting finding some cool new plugins that do awesome stuff. And so if this plugin looks interesting, make sure you go check it out. There's a link in the description down below. So that's how the FS Social Poster works. If you find it interesting, make sure you click the link in the description down below to check it out, and then click subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And next up is watching this video up here, which shows you how to use the user BuddyPress plugin to way level up your BuddyPress design and functionality for your users. And down here is the video that YouTube thinks you should watch. And my name is Bjorn Allpass from WP Learning Lab. And until next time, keep crushing it, and I will see you in the next video.